Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Pin Decker of the channel Kung Tech Fu, ever educating you on what's going on in crypto. We have the blueprint, we have the plan, we have the chronological order of everything that's going on, and I am here to guide you in the way of compound interest. Yes, we are compound interest maximalists. We do not have a favorite coin or token, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to learn how to become wealthy, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing you hear here is financial advice, but we are here to learn how to navigate and extract the deep riches that are within the crypto verse, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, like I said, this is the Pin Decker, ever reminding you guys that knowledge is not power. You see, because you can know all day, but if you do nothing, you will get nothing, ladies and gentlemen. You must get in here and through trial and error, do what you must do to learn how to do the crypto space, ladies and gentlemen, because I guarantee you one thing. If you learn blockchain technology, you will give yourself a license to make all of the money you want, ladies and gentlemen. So please, 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 for the love of God, do not let this song from our man XRP Bags become your haunting nightmare.
Blast, 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 you had your chance, chance, now you just ash, that Phoenix, blast, blast, we on our way up, you done had your chance to get them bags up, now that rocket ship we gonna.
You see, I tell everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I run into many people and I tell them all of the time about crypto and what we must do, trying to be like a crypto evangelist, but absolutely almost no one is listening and even fewer will do something, ladies and gentlemen. But stay with me. I will give you safe passage through the crypto space. I will tell you how to do this thing so that you can become financially independent as we enter the digital age.
Blast, you had your chance, now you just ash, that Phoenix, blast, we on our way up, you done had your chance to get them bags up, now that rocket ship we gonna.
When 2030 comes, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want this to be your nightmare because you will be priced out. When the fiat system crumbles, as we know it will, if you do not have your money outside of the system and into the crypto space, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not have gold, if you do not have silver, if you don't have tokenized assets, if you don't have XRP, if you don't have ISO 222 compliant coins, if you do not have the new digital currency, ladies and gentlemen, you will suffer. Everything that you rely on will be gone and you will not be able to make the leap. You must prepare now.
1% all alone, rocket ship and we gone. Heard that they making clones, they control most of domes. They asleep, it's a show, drop it down. All time lows, losing light, losing souls, holding strong. Cause we know we about to explode, we about to escape. If only you had the patience, get your bags off exchanges, waiting like a ticking time bomb. But they losing hope cause Jed running out of tacos. And we cop those, cause you know and I know, getting bags till we got a pile. Them funds is in denial. Them rockets went for miles, it still ain't been down. Where they all went, I think they took the crown. They try to shoot us down, but they know they can't stop it. No, not this time, we just rock it. They say we look like prophets, while we island shopping. The mothership rocking, the whole fam popping. The bottles keep laughing.
If you are willing to do what others are not willing to do, you cannot be denied, ladies and gentlemen. Within the next 5 years to 2030, many crypto millionaires will be born. You can decide right here and right now to be one of them.
Blast, you had your chance, now you just ash, Hashtag Phoenix blast, blast, blast. We on our way up, way up. You done had your chance to get them bags up, bags up. Now that rocket ship, we gonna.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You should understand that right here and now, every dollar you hold in your pocket, it has a purchasing power of 3 cents. What are you going to do when it gets to 2 cents? What are you going to do when it gets to 1 cent? What are you going to do when it gets to zero? What are you going to do when it gets to 1.01, 1.0, negative 1, 1 point negative 2? What are you going to do, ladies and gentlemen? What are you going to do when the banks put the chains on the doors and you can't get any money out of the ATM? You simply must prepare now. But enough doom and gloom for now, because we are here to do the right thing, ladies and gentlemen. And the right thing, ladies and gentlemen, is to understand this crypto space. Let's go on up in here into CoinGecko, ladies and gentlemen, and let's take a quick look at what is going on in the cryptoverse, ladies and gentlemen. And if we go down, we're going to take a look at some of these coins, ladies and gentlemen. We have the top, saying coins as usual. You have so-called Bitcoin in the number one spot. You have Ethereum, Tether, XRP, and so on and so forth. So the thing that we must concentrate on, ladies and gentlemen, are the coins of the future. Now, you might have noticed that I said so-called Bitcoin because this up here at $106,000 is not Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to harp on it. All I'm going to tell you is that in 2017, Jack Dorsey and Greg Maxwell backed up, funded by the banksters to deceive you and segregate the witness of Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin, it says segregated witness, which is a nice way of saying that they have deleted the transaction signatures and you are buying a Ponzi scheme. So I'm not telling you to not buy it or invest in it. All I'm saying is when the music stops, will you have a chair? Concentrate on ISO 222 compliant coins. That is XRP. That is Stellar Lumens. That is Algorand. That is Hashgraph Federa. And the list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. That is XDC. And you see, they all have their place. XRP is banking derivatives. Stellar Lumens is ACH, automated clearinghouse and or retail. XDC is for shipping and merchandising, ladies and gentlemen. These are the coins of the future that have utility. And they will be here for quite some time, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not here to do technical analysis because I'm not a trader, and neither should you be a traitor to yourself. Fulfill your responsibility to yourself by doing what is right, by being an investor, because why gamble at the casino when you can own the casino? That's the difference between an investor and a trader, ladies and gentlemen, because if you sell your coins looking for a 5 or a 10x, you have nothing to earn yield with. That's what this is about. Earning yield and becoming wealthy through the utilization of compound interest, ladies and gentlemen. But the crypto prophet isn't going to talk too much today, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're not here to do technical analysis. I am simply here to give you a checkup from the neck up so that you understand what's going on in the space, because people are saying WAG me, the acronym WAG me, we're all going to make it. And I'm sorry to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we are not all going to make it, even those that are in crypto, because most people don't know what's going on. And even people in crypto don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You must study to show yourself approved. And I am here to instruct you. I am here to educate you. Nothing here is financial advice. If you get in here, you must be a mature adult and take responsibility for your own actions. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. And with that, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go over here. We're going to take a look at something today. We're going to take a look at Solidus AI tech, ladies and gentlemen. I had a very good laugh today. A friend of mine that I like to talk to crypto about, I like to guide him the same way I'm guiding you guys. He gave me a good laugh today, and he says, "Hey, man, Uphold is listing a new AI coin. You ever heard of AI tech?" Yeah, definitely. I've been in AI tech way over a year. I've staked in the protocol, and one of my stakes just came to maturity a few months ago, and I took it out. And it is a great thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great platform. But I told him, as I'm telling you, AI tech is not really tech in and of itself, ladies and gentlemen. Because what it basically does is, well, You can see it right here for yourself. It says powering AI. You see, it's not AI in and of itself. It is powering AI with Europe's first eco-friendly HPC data center driven by AI tech, the coin, ladies and gentlemen. So, come on over here to this AI tech platform and you can go and check this out. You can read the white paper. I always advocate that you guys read the white paper because the more you know, the more you can extract the rich resources that are here, ladies and gentlemen. And if we simply look on down, before we go any further, I just want to bring you guys' attention to this little bookmark I'm showing right here. If you look up in the top left corner, that says KINESIS money. I'm not going to pull up the tab because I don't want it to slow things down. But KINESIS money, of course, is tokenized gold and silver, and it is also a full DEX platform where you can take crypto in and out. You can swap for tokenized gold and silver. That is indeed also redeemable. We have the dashboard here for ULTIMO, which is a crypto card and or as it says there, payment solution, but essentially it is an offshore crypto account, ladies and gentlemen. And somewhere within these bookmarks, I don't quite see it in my view right now, but also SPRITZ Finance, which allows you to pay your bills with your crypto, ladies and gentlemen. And also, of course, Uphold will be down in the description below. I'll have referral links for all of this stuff down in the description below. And why am I telling you about this stuff? Because these are the tools in your tool belt. If you were a carpenter, you know how they wear their tool belt with their hammer and this and that. These things are your tool belt. In order to build your portfolio, you're going to need foundational tools and things like Kinesis and Ultimo and Spritz Finance and Uphold, especially Uphold, which acts more like a prime broker than anything. Because as I tell everyone, I was just telling the guy the other day, when you purchase crypto on an exchange, whether it's a centralized exchange or a decentralized exchange, make sure you withdraw that crypto, you make your purchase, and you leave with your purchase. When you go to the mall, when you go food shopping, do you go food shopping and leave your food at the supermarket? No, you make your purchase and you leave with your purchase. Crypto is the same thing. This is why we say not your keys, not your crypto. Okay. So this is why self custody is always a good thing to have, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a look and let's scroll down here. And as you can see, IBM, Adobe, B&B Change on. There are many partners here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not just about obtaining the coin, waiting for price appreciation, and then selling at a profit. That is the way of the trader, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to do it the right way, you do it by the way of the investor, where you buy the coin and you use it to provide liquidity either by staking it, what we in crypto call single-sided staking, or you pair it with another coin on a platform like PancakeSwap. And there are other places where you can take the coin and you can provide liquidity with it. And now Solidus AI Tech is now on another blockchain called the base chain, which is Coinbase's blockchain, which is a layer 2 for Ethereum. And you see effortless on-demand computing. You see it as scalable on-demand, access GPU resources, and da. I'm not going to read all of this stuff to you. You guys are fully capable of going here and checking it out yourself. Agent Forge, build, automate, scale. And I'm just going to read you the highlights of this thing. This is where innovation meets intelligence. Explore our AI marketplace. And it is a data center, of course, because all of these big tech companies, ladies and gentlemen, they all need raw data power. And that is what AI tech is building, and that's what they offer. You know, you might say they're offering compute as a service. All right. Networking speed, Solidus, data centers, and if you look down here, they now have AI tech. They have a debit card. You can apply for a debit card. You can do Ava Chat, Web3 fastest AI chat assistant. You can do VPN subscriptions. And you could do your first AI agent tap game. And that seems to be it for that. It's going to be scroll down some more. You got the AI tech pad. It is the ultimate AI focused Web3 Launchpad dedicated to incubations, accelerations, and direct project launches, seamlessly combining community-driven fundraising, strategic marketing expertise, and so on and so forth. Vision Makers Pad is the next generation Web3 launchpad. Once again, another two different launch pads. One here at the AI Tech Pad is here. The Vision is coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. And here, right here on this little landing page, they give you a little bridge to base chain. So most people that have AI Tech coins bought them, of course, on the Binance Smart Chain or the BNB chain. So when you see BNB and BSC, that is the exact same thing. These terms are interchangeable and synonymous. It is the same thing. Don't think that is something different. So BNB or BSC, which is Binance Smart Chain, most people got, because for the longest time since they've been out, they have only been on the Binance Smart Chain. But now it is possible to get them on the base chain. You can use exchanges like, I believe Mexi allows you to buy them over there. If you go into your Coinbase wallet app, you can swap from base chain Ethereum into, like, let's say I came up here and I went into my Coinbase wallet, right? If I went up here into my Coinbase wallet and you see I have Ethereum here, and if I was to go into Ethereum and I was to come down here, you see there's a swap button where I go here and I can actually swap from the Ethereum directly into the base chain token. All right, so you'll see it's there, and let's just go back to AI Tech. You guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. If you do a swap, you see, since I'm here, I might as well show you. But you see that's there, and then you can go here. You can choose. Wait a minute. All right, and then you simply go here and you just put in AI Tech. And when you put in AI Tech, there it is. It comes up. You click on that, and you will be able to swap. See, I got $18 here. I could just put $5 if I want. It'll find, now find the best. I click on that, and it will swap, and it will be inside my wallet, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's essentially it. But you could do that in your Coinbase wallet, or you can simply do it here. If you had, let's say you was in your Rabby wallet, okay? Let's say you imported your MetaMask into your Rabby, as I have done, and you had some AI Tech BNB coins, right? You simply connect your wallet here. You see, here's the connect your wallet button. And once you connect your wallet, then you will be able to bridge from the Binance Smart Chain or BNB chain directly into the base chain. Now, in order to do this action, ladies and gentlemen, when you connect your wallet, you can use MetaMask, but I prefer that you use something that is more intuitive, like the Rabby wallet, because the Rabby wallet has the ability to switch the blockchains based upon the mode that you are in, ladies and gentlemen. So that's simply getting the tokens, ladies and gentlemen. And you can go down here and you can look at the rest of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm about to show you something else before you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now you can go down here, you can look at whatever's clever down here, AI Tech Labs, and they got some more partners down here of other stuff you can do, and AI 16Z, which is another great thing, Script, Ether, Legends, Octavia AI, all of that stuff. So this is a vast ecosystem for you to obtain the coins, and you can even stake inside of the platform. Let's take a quick look at that before I show you how to provide liquidity in other areas, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can just go here and look at the ecosystem. VPN right here. Staking, ladies and gentlemen. You see that right there? We're going to click on staking. And what it does is it allows you to choose a different ranking system. Okay. And as you see here, as I was saying earlier, AI Tech is launching on Uphold. I believe it's already live on Uphold. And if you don't have Uphold, no fears. Look down in the description below. I have my referral link for Uphold. It is a great, great tool with the tool belt. You are able to deposit crypto. You are able to place your stable coins or your crypto on the platform. I am not an advocate of leaving my crypto on exchanges. As I told you, not keys, not your crypto, but Uphold is different because you can actually use them as a bank, ladies and gentlemen. But unlike a bank, when you put stable coins there or what have you, they will not loan out your money like a bank does. So your money is actually there. And if you have a large amount of XRP and you want to store it somewhere safe, they also have custody, the ability to custody your XRP and things like that. But that's a story for another time. Hit Uphold if you don't have it. You're also able to connect your bank accounts so you can actually take your crypto, swap it into USD fiat, and then withdraw it directly into your bank account. I know because I do it all the time, gentlemen. But see, when you go down here and stake, they have these active pools, ladies and gentlemen. And this the lock term determines what your APR will be, your APY or APR will be. Now, if you look at this first one, stake and earn, it has a 3.05% compounding. This is an auto compounding. And what the auto compounding, everything that you make is compounded for the next 182 days, at which point it will mature and you will be able to extract not only what you put in, but also what was dividends that have compounded as well. Now, over here, you have 90 days. Now, if you only do 90 days, you're going to make 1.51% compounding on that. Now, down here, you have 30 days and they have 0.0%. But over here in that function, it increases, staking in pool increases your investor tier. So that is the incentivization for that one. So it looks like if you want to do this seriously, ladies and gentlemen, you want to do at least 90 days, okay? And that's not a whole lot of time, it's only 3 months, If you're serious about this platform and you truly believe in your heart that this is going to be around for years, and I personally, I don't even believe it's going to be here for years to come. I know it's going to be here to come because it's providing a vital, vital service for the digital age. And that, of course, is compute power. And compute power is kind of like, let's look at the days of when cars had needed gasoline. Not all of them need gasoline now, but let's just think about when cars needed gasoline. Most of them still do. But back in the day when there were only gasoline cars, you can have the greatest car in the world, but if you didn't have gasoline, your car's not going anywhere. Compute power, the service AI is providing, is the same way. All of these big firms, Amazon Web Services, freaking Hedron Collider and Space Station this and Web that, all of these things need compute power because they do not have enough within their facility. They always use more power. This is why they lease from companies like these data centers, more power to make their institutions more efficient, ladies and gentlemen. So this is where you would come to do your studying, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's go off on a sidebar and let's go on over here to Pancake Swap. If we go over here to Pancake Swap, this is another place for you to provide liquidity, ladies and gentlemen, outside of that platform, simply using your own tokens. All right. So you will go here, you will connect your wallet, of course, whatever wallet you feel like using. This is the swapper right here. And then, of course, if you go to, you can buy your tokens here on the Binance Smart Chain. And as a matter of fact, let's see okay, Pancake Swap used to only BNB, but now they got Ethereum, Solana, Base Chain, Arbitrum. They got ZK Sync, Linnea, Aptos. Yeah, they got a couple of other things going here, but they're primarily known for the BNB chain. But now looks like you can do a whole bunch of stuff here. But if we go to the Earn tab here, ladies and gentlemen, and we go down here to Farm and Liquidity. And if you don't have the AI Tech token, you can actually connect your wallet and you can swap BNB for the AI Tech token. If you don't Pancake Swap, now you know. All right. And we go down here. Now you see this search bar right here. Now there are many liquidity providing positions in here already preset. So you could take a look at these. And if there's some tokens in here that you like, you could say, hey, I really like that position. And you can go and you can provide the coins, because when you're providing the liquidity, as you can see, you're slapping two tokens together. Like you got Tyco and USDT, which is a stable coin. On the second one, you have a 412% APR, and you can go and you can provide liquidity there. This, of course, is V3, which basically is concentrated liquidity. So if we was to click on that, if we connect our wallets, we will go down here and it will give us a graph and we will determine what we want to do there. All right. So let's just go back real quick. So let's click here. Let's get on the subject and we click and we type in AI tech. Now, once we click in AI tech, it's going to show us all of the positions that are already available. It's going to show us the APR. It's going to show us the TVL, which means total value locked, ladies and gentlemen. See right here, we have $589,000 in this first column here. And the next one down here, you got 480,000 and so on and so forth. It gets less and less as you go down, ladies and gentlemen. You can even create your own position and have and create your own pool, of course. So those of you that know how to provide liquidity, you already know all this stuff. But you can take the AI token and you compare it with USDT and you'll be getting 17% on that. Or if you go into this one, you'll be getting 27%, based upon the parameters that you want to use. You go down here and it looks like the ones down here are pretty much depreciated. So you might want to stick to these top ones here, because the more total value lock there is, the more you're not going to have a problem getting paid when you're ready to take profit, ladies and gentlemen. So that's it. And that's all for AI tech, ladies and gentlemen. And feel free to come here. Feel free to experiment. Feel free to read the white paper and learn as much as possible. And please do not become Phoenix Ash, ladies and gentlemen. Get in here and fight for your right to be financially independent and to protect yourself from the eventual collapse of the fiat system, and get yourself some generational wealth, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, this is the Penn Decker of Contact Fool signing off, reminding you to go and get this crypto while you can.